Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about some bugs going around in Destiny 2. The list is insane. The most recent one is that masterworking a fusion rifle with a better charge time actually decreases the damage it does. The impact of the weapon seems to be directly tied to the charge time, not a surprise for most people, but masterwork shouldn't make your weapons worse. Also, when you make charge time better, you make the charge number lower, which is indicated with a red arrow downwards. That gives it a negative connotation, even though it's actually an improvement, just something misleading. Apparently, since update 2.0, 150 RPM scout rifles have only been shooting in 140 rounds per minute. If you compare a 150 RPM hand cannon with a 150 scout, you'll see that the hand cannon shoots faster. Surprisingly, Bungie hasn't fixed Chaos Reach yet. Not only does it visually bug out when multiple Guardians are using it at the same time, but you also can't cancel the super to save part of your unused super energy, one of the selling points of the super at launch. The 1000 voices does more damage the higher your frames per second is, giving PC players an unfair advantage in pretty much every PvE activity. Sad thing is, they will probably just nerf the weapon for PC. Antaeus words for Titan is bugged. It's supposed to deflect projectiles and give you super energy when you do it. It also improves your slide. Some things that you deflect will not give you your super energy. The improved slide distance only works when your reflective vents are on a cooldown. There's also some inconsistencies, like you can deflect a sleeper bullet and kill an enemy, but you also die from a misadventure because it overpenetrates shields. Polaris Lance's perfect 5th perk will no longer proc, so enemies don't burn and you can't complete the catalyst. Heavy ammo finder perks don't work. This one guy did so many tests that Bungie had to acknowledge that the perk doesn't work right. Specifically, never run more than one heavy ammo finder perk at once. It's probably the same with special ammo. Shards of Galanor for Blade Barrage is inconsistent. You could use your super against the same set of enemies and one time get 50% of your super back and the next time get 90%. The 90% return is probably a bug. A fitting aspect for the Warlock is bugged. It used to be that you couldn't use a relic sword with them. Now it's the melee range increase. None of the Void Walker paths and the bottom tree Dawnblade will not work with increased melee range. It only extends melee range when your melee ability is fully charged, making the uptime worthless, because most of the time you don't have a charged melee. Wardcliff Coil doesn't get any bonus rockets from Rocket Launcher Reserve armor perks. Not a big surprise. Several bugs relating to using a character booster for a new character, including not getting the Red War campaign emblem for your collections because it doesn't let you complete the campaign. That's all from Reddit in the last week. The bugs on Bungie's website are, players sometimes penalized for leaving a match even after completing one and going to orbit. The salute emote is unselectable. Bounties that say element kills are sometimes actually element ability kills. Ashen Wake says direct hits recharge grenade energy. We will remove that text at a later date. If a turret daemon is thrown off the map, it doesn't die and you have to abandon the activity. Amanda's bounty refresh time may occur about 7 hours after daily reset. Bungie doesn't even know when her bounties reset. Players who stand on the treasure chest in the Festival of the Lost sector and then open it can become stuck in the geometry and have to restart the mission. Sometimes after beating the meatball, the other team receives credit for the kill. There's currently an issue preventing Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten from being reclaimable, so don't dismantle them. Several bugs about Triumphs not progressing correctly. Entire Valor resets not counting for some quests and Triumphs. Suros Regime's visor looks like crap. Luna faction only works for the first half of Well of Radiance. Sometimes Riven's mouth never opens and you can't claim the heart. People are having trouble exiting end of activity queues. If you don't have Masterwork cores, you can't infuse anything, even if it doesn't require cores. But loads of people are getting guitar error coded in the raid, preventing the completion of Petra's run. In other words, the game is broke. Instructions were unclear, use duct tape to hold game together.
Cheese forever, Guardian!